Hi folks, Joe Adams. Welcome to Let's Grow Texas Ag. Please join us. Hello, Mr. Kenneth, how are you?
Doing well. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir. Would it be fair to say if you plant it, they will come?
That is right. We've been doing that for years, and they're coming more and more all the time.
That's great. Mr. Neese, it's a pleasure to be back here 3 weeks later than what we were the other day, just to see how everything's progressed. And it does absolutely look beautiful.
Well, I appreciate you coming.
And you, my friend, your old meteorologist too, Mr. Lozano, he's gonna get out here, he's gonna give us an inside look at the weather. So y'all don't go nowhere. Join us on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
Welcome to Let's Grow Texas Ag, showcasing unique farm and ranch stories of the South Texas coastal plains. First-hand knowledge with special guests presented by our very own and well-known host, Joe Adams. Pull up a chair and enjoy as we share some of the heritage and insightful stories that have made us proud Texans. Let's Grow Texas Ag, sponsored by Scherer Kubota, Trust Texas Bank, and Weber Motor Company.
But you know the thing about this, Mr. Kenneth and Mr. Neese, this thing has absolutely this thing has grown a lot in 3 weeks.
It's had some water.
It's had some water.
Some of it from rain, and then also you'll see there's this is drip tape that's put down, and you can just hook up to the hose and turn it on. I forgot it on overnight over there, but it's amazing what water does.
Oh yeah, absolutely does. Now what do we got right here?
These are green beans. I've been telling people a couple of weeks, but I'm starting to see that we probably need to get somebody in here. We got a few of them that, yep.
And a lot of blooms.
Lots of blooms. Looking good. I've got several different dates planted. Obviously you can see these are a good sized, what I call canopy. They're covering the middle up already. Those are a couple of weeks behind. In this business, you don't want to plant everything at one time. You want to spread it out. Sometimes you'll get customers, the same customers get multiple picks. If you have one date, they'll come and load up on them, and they might want some later and you don't have any, but if you have multiple dates, they can come back and get some more. The other thing, as we're talking about weather, is if you plant them all at one time and have a weather event, and that's happened before. I've planted cucumbers that we're gonna get everybody taken care of. Planted one day to cucumbers, and then it goes to raining. And when they need to be picked, 1 week of rain equals nothing but big cucumbers if you can't keep them picked. I mean,
yeah.
Unmarketable cucumbers. Everybody says, oh, use them for this, but they don't show up to get them.
Yeah, exactly right. One of the things that kind of fascinates me, this is plain to see, this is a family business. You guys put a lot of effort into it, but I know we talked some about your son. He comes down here and picks, and then he goes up to a farmer's market and does all that. Tell us a little bit about y'all's family.
So we've got a daughter that's off overseas. She married a gentleman that's in the military, and he's stationed on a base over in Papua New Guinea, so they're over there. My son is up in College Station. He got married a couple of years ago, but he will still go to the farmer's market. Growing up, I told them, I said, whatever you pick and sell at the farmer's market, that money is yours. And they remembered that.
When we were younger, my sister and I, this all started by Dad just telling us, hey, whatever you pick, you're welcome to go up to the market, sell, and you can keep the proceeds. And so that's how my sister and I got into this. And then over the years, we just developed a love for helping Mom and Dad out. They took good care of us, and we just loved being able to help them out. So nowadays, I still want to keep helping them out. So will run back and forth between College Station, and since I work pretty much full-time up there, now we split it. So he'll have a lot of stuff that's picked throughout the week, goes into the walk-in cooler, and I'll run down on Fridays and we'll throw it all on a trailer. I'll pick some extra stuff out in the field on the Friday, and then we'll haul it all up here and try to get rid of as much as we can.
He'll go up there, and I hear he does real well. Lots of people, when they can't find him there, they'll start coming out here.
You have a little time where you could take us out there and we just kind of look at some stuff
We
that
sure
we looked
can.
at 3 weeks ago. Hey, y'all don't go nowhere. We're gonna get out there and see what all you can pick up right out here at Homegrown Vegetables. We'll be back with more Let's Grow Texas Ag in just a minute.
So this is, I guess you say, the tail end of the onion harvest. Sun came down Saturday, and we worked on that. Probably got in the house about 9:30. This is part of them. The other part is over here in the cooler.
And while he's gonna go in there, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Have y'all ever been someplace when somebody hollered at you, "Hey, go by the store and get an onion"? Well, I know I get that order quite a bit, or get a sack full of onion. Yeah, come in here and look at this. I think it's fair to say that this here is the onion department.
So this is what we'll send to the farmer's market. We've got these stored in here. Last year they stored real well in here, and we'll put some of them in onion sacks, and I swear he brought bigger sacks than 50-pound sacks. We were feeling them when we were moving them in here. Also put some of them in boxes. There's about 20 boxes, and I'm estimating 30, 35 pounds in a box. Some of these onions, it's kind of hard to see the size of them. Some of them running around 1.5 pounds.
Well, these onions are the ones that was all laying out there in the field the last time.
This is part of them. There is another variety of red onion that's real strong on onion flavor. If you want a good cooking onion, that's it. If you want one to really make you tear up, it definitely will do that. And then also I'll store some of my garden seeds, well, all of my garden seeds in here. Occasionally I harvest my own okra seed, and there's probably 60 pounds of okra seed. And then I used to harvest my own pea seed. Hadn't had a good year lately to harvest pea seed due to deer eating them and weather related, too wet.
Did you say weather related?
Weather related.
Hey,
You know who we should blame?
Yeah. Where's Jacob? Yeah, where's he at? Hey, Jacob, come in here just a second. Yeah, did you hear that?
I did hear that.
It's here, Mr. Jacob Lozano. He's your meteorologist up there at the news station. So, tell us a little bit about the weather.
Well, what do you want to know?
I'm telling you right now, it is nice and cool.
It is.
And thanks
I
to
think
that,
we're in a fridge.
Hey, you got time to ride around with us a little bit?
Of course.
Come on out there, because I'm going to tell you something. You are going to be in the hot seat with Mr. Kenneth over there. He wants to know about this weather.
I'm ready for it.
The peas, the sugar snap peas, and the English peas, they're pretty much done. What I'm hoping to do is, if the weather cooperates, in other words, we don't need extended period of rain on these. That would really mess up the seed quality. I can go in and you can see some of those pods already dry, and I can go in and I was showing somebody this morning how we'll pull that plant up, slap it on the inside of a molasses tub, and the seed just come out of there, and that'll be what we plant next year.
Speaking of extended period of rain, what about it?
Well, we're looking at some more rain here May 1st.
Hey.
That's what I'm looking at. 90% chance for some rain around the region.
Yeah, it's interesting. 90% chance we're going to get some rain. Where'd the other 10% go?
The other 10% goes around the crossroads.
Yeah.
10% doesn't see the rain. 10% of the region.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So when you say 90% of the rain or 90% chance of rain, you're basically saying that 90% of your listening audience is going to see some type of moisture.
90% of our designated market area sees rain. So when we say 90%, we say 90% is going to see rain. When we say 20%, 20% is going to see the rain.
That's pretty cool. What is that, Mr. Kenneth? What do you got there?
There's two different types of peas. The ones to the left over here are Zipper Cream, very good seller, and then the others are Pink Eye Purple Hull. We have people that really like Purple Hull peas. And a little further up here.
When was that there is kind of like a lot of this stuff was 3 weeks ago. In 3 weeks?
No. This is going to take longer. This will be in June before this is ready, if the deer don't get them. Deer love peas, love green beans, love peas. It's just, I don't have enough room right around the house to plant everything. So like I said, we have these, and I'm gonna pull up a little further. Here's the black-eyed peas. You can obviously see it don't seem to have the stand here. There's a little bit more space between some of them. But a pea is a good plant that will compensate. It will, if it's a foot apart, it'll bush out. And later on, you won't even see dirt out there. Those things will vine and cover the middles. And that's what I like about peas. When they cover that middle, it shades that ground, and then the grass can't grow in it. Something else I want to show you while we're right here. I'll show you on some corn how it pollinates. The pollen on the corn is shed up here on the tassel. Your corn is primarily gravity and wind is what pollinates it. And the home gardener, they want to plant sweet corn in their garden. Instead of planting in one row along the edge of a field, it's better if they plant it in a block. Because that one row on the edge of the field, if your prevailing wind blows across that row, a lot of that pollen is going to go this way, and it's going to miss that silk there. That pollen grain has to get down on the silk, which is right there. That pollen grain can hit that silk anywheres on that silk. It doesn't have to be at the very end. And let me so this is field corn, and like I said, it's already starting to pollinate. Some silks are still emerging. You have a silk for every grain. Every silk needs to get pollen for that grain to develop.
That's amazing. I never knew that.
So that's a hairy ear.
So every one of these is tied to a grain.
You can see there how it's. And when that pollen hits that silk, usually it's the silks from the bottom of the ear that are the first ones to emerge out of the end of the ear. And when that pollen hits that silk, I've read that it's in 24 hours that grain is pollinated. In other words, I'm not exactly sure how, but that pollen supposedly germinates on that silk and moves down that silk and pollinates that grain. Of course, the other thing that happens to that silk is that's the same place that your corn earworm comes in on. That moth will lay an egg on that silk, and it's the size of I guess you say a little pinhead. And you can get multiple eggs on that silk, and I've heard that these worms, the corn earworm, are cannibalistic. In other words, if one's big enough to eat the other, it will. So lots of times that's a good thing. Instead of having 10 worms in there, I'd rather have one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting. That's the silk or the hair on that corn ear when we're cleaning it. That's what everybody fusses about. But it's
But
important.
you gotta have it.
You gotta have it.
Without
yes.
it, you ain't got nothing.
And if you look at this, I'm sure you've seen that before. On a salad bar.
Yeah.
You gotta watch your customers. I've actually had some pull some pretty small ears, and it's like, no. Because they weren't using them this way. There's not much there to eat. You can pop that whole thing in your mouth and eat it. It's not as good as sweet corn off the cob, but we're gonna make Jacob try some.
Yeah.
This is something new for Jacob. You probably had it on a salad bar. Yeah,
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Making me feed them.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, sweet corn, same principle. And these tassels, they will pollinate, seem like it's, depending on the weather, up to 7 or 8 days. And then in the field, you can have variation in the stalks itself. It'll, how would you say, maybe a week and a half. You know, you'll have some late emerging plants that are still going to shed pollen. And it's just, the important thing is for that pollen to make it to that silk. There's a lot of leaves in the way, but if you could see pollen, I think it would amaze you at how dusty this would look.
Oh, absolutely.
In the morning when it typically sheds in the morning.
Did you know, after Hurricane Carla caused over $100 million in Texas crop losses in 1961, Victoria County farmers had to battle thousands of displaced, venomous rattlesnakes driven straight into their fields?
This is date 2 of the cucumbers. This was picked yesterday. It was picked Monday. My 15 bucket order came out Monday, and they actually got 13 buckets off of these 2 rows and finished up 2 buckets on the rows over there. And like I was telling you, you know, when a customer comes out to pick, you need to move all the leaves and preferably pull up the weeds. But like I said, move all the leaves and look around. You can't walk through the patch upright.
No.
I like to get on my knees, but then again, I don't want you kneeling and dragging all over my vines. Like I said, this was picked yesterday morning, and they did a pretty good job. This will need to be looked at tomorrow, if it's not raining.
Jacob said we got a 90% chance tomorrow.
Well, I'll take the rain. You know, I'll take the rain and some bigger cucumbers on Monday if that's what it takes to get some rain. I'll gladly take that.
Some rain and some rest.
Rest is nice, yes.
He gonna go fishing?
Well,
You gonna go fishing in the rain?
not in the rain, but if it's too muddy to get in here, of course, I've been out here barefooted. So like I said, this is date 2, that's date 3, date 4 on cucumbers, date 5, date 6, and I forgot to show, date 7 was planted last Saturday, and they're already up. So
Here you go, Jacob.
we hope to be in the cucumber business for a little while. We've got a lot of customers that we need to get taken care of.
How long will these things produce?
You know, if I can get, I know a lot of people are going to argue with this, if I can get 2 to 3 weeks of picking out of them, what I found is after about 2 weeks picking, especially in dry conditions, your cucumbers will start getting what I call points or crooks. You've probably, if you've been around cucumbers long enough, you'll know that they'll look like a little bitty ball with a point on the end, or sometimes you'll get some that look like a, what do you call it, a dumbbell, kind of 2 little balls and a skinny spot in the middle. And I say that's just the plant, you know, either drought or that plant is about to give up. A week of rain on this where you can't get in, that'll be bigger than this.
Oh, wow.
And this is still usable as a salad, or some people like to slice them or make spears out of them. So we have all kind of different markets, but you know, when your customer comes, you kind of need to know what they're looking for. and really educate them on picking clean. Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong. You're forecasting from, in other words, you make predictions from models that show you where lows are. Lows are typically stormy, rainy weather. A low in the tropical Atlantic we don't like to see.
Yeah.
But you know, when we need rain, yeah, come on over here, low. And then for me in this business, I like to see it rain and then get out, which if it rains Friday and gets out and pretty after that and dries up, so Monday we can resume business as usual, great. When we only had 3/4 of an inch about 2 weeks ago, and that was not enough. But I was ready for it to get out of here. We had produce that was getting big. So years ago, one of the weathermen contacted a farmer friend of mine and was talking about the weather and said, oh, no, that's too much. And that weatherman said, well, y'all are a picky bunch, aren't y'all? I said, yes, we are. You know, not enough messes with our crop, too much messes with our crop. And you know, it's true if you think about it. It's the extremes. Extreme heat is not good on this. Obviously, extreme cold isn't. Extreme drought, extreme wet, all of those, like I said, extremes, if everything is, of course, what is normal.
Yeah, just need the balance. Unfortunately, it doesn't decide to be in the middle at any point. It's always too much rain or not enough rain, or it's way too cold, or it's steamy hot.
One of the things that blows my mind about meteorologists sometimes is they look at the numbers, the averages. And when we're 15 or 20 inches behind, and they're saying, we need to make that up. It's like, well, wait a minute. We don't need to make it up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's spread it out.
Well, you know, though, it's kind of one of the things that is happening over there is our water levels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like farming is one thing, but it's amazing the big cities that absolutely depend on these huge lakes and these aquifers and stuff like that. I mean, it's just crazy.
It is.
And then it's like, where's it gonna come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
good Lord gives it to you.
Amen.
Yeah, but the amount of rain that it takes to hit those aquifers is just, I don't know if we'll ever catch up.
Well, you know, I think, was that Medina Lake they said the other day was full? And that's
Really?
I think I heard
Is
that.
it Medina or is it McQueenie?
It might have been McQueenie.
McQueenie's all full now from that last event. And
Okay.
Texana went up
Really?
15% or something like
Okay.
that with this big storm in Jackson County.
But you
a
take
couple
like
weeks
Lake
ago.
Mathis down there where Corpus gets
Oh,
the
they're-
bulk of their water. I mean,
they're
it's
7% filled. It's just
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But there'll probably be something come through there one of these days and dump enough to fill it in.
Maybe you know someone that should be highlighted on our program. Let us know. Submit your story ideas to crossroadstoday.com/ag.
Well, folks, I think that's going to be just about wrapping it up out here at Hanslik Farm. We've had the pleasure of riding around here and looking at everything 3 weeks after the fact from when you were here before. And man, what a difference it is.
Been a lot more work since the first time you've come here. And I don't expect it to do nothing but get to be more.
Well, but you know, this is where the fruits of your labor come in. You know, everything's going to be coming in, and right now we're standing in this squash patch, and just as far as you can see down that way, nothing but squash plants. And there's a lot of this stuff that is absolutely ready right now. So I can tell you this: we need to take some of that squash home.
we do. We
Because you know it's going to be. We need to pick it today, because tomorrow it's going to be too wet.
it's gonna be too wet to be picked
And he's
up.
not going to let us in the field. Mr. Denise going to be out there. Y'all can't get out there. It's too muddy.
Unless we're barefoot.
Unless we're
Unless you're
barefoot.
barefoot, that's
And then
right.
you're going to have to bring it to me.
And we don't like mud on the road.
Mr. Kenneth.
Thanks for coming out.
Miss Denise, thank you very much for
Thank
your
you.
hospitality.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir. It's been a pleasure. We've had a great time out here. I tell you one thing, folks. Grab your family up, pick up a kid, bring them out here, show them what agriculture is all about. let them come out here and pick something. Take it home and eat it. Cook it. Have a little family time putting it all together. I guarantee it'll be the best meal you ever had. We'll see y'all next time on Let's Grow Texas Ag.
You've been watching Let's Grow Texas Ag. Special stories focused on the farmers, ranchers, and those who work in our agricultural industries in South Texas. Visit our website for more information and program schedules. Sponsored by Scherer Kubota, Trust Texas Bank, and Weber Motor Company.